Hello. So this is my fourth video of the day, I think. The fourth? Yeah, the fourth. Yeah. Well, technically the fifth, but one of those was from yesterday. So yeah. So today, um, I am going to well do a little tutorial on how free roam missions work and how to level them easily. So let's start with the most important one. This one being Deimos and the Necrolisk. Now, why that is, um, Deimos has a thing called the Helminth segment, which is something that you will definitely need. Uh, that way, you can permanently unlock the Helminth, which is in your ship. If you have noticed, there is this growth. If you go down your ship and to the left, a room with a growth in front of it, infested growth. Now, that is the Helminth. It lets you do some special things. You can remove cysts, which is probably the first thing that you noticed. Another thing it can do, which you can unlock here, is you can actually sacrifice one of your warframes, and one of those four abilities of that warframe will then be available for all of your warframes. So what that means is, um, let's say you have a Sephiroth and you want to subsume it. That's what it's called. If you subsume Sephiroth, you get the ability called Gloom. If we look at this, Gloom is Sephiroth's third ability, and as soon as you subsumed him, you will then, as Warframe it has, um, you will have to wait 24 hours to use it, or you could buy it free with platinum. Now, if you unlock it either by spending the platinum or by waiting, you can then set Gloom onto any of the four Warframe slots a Warframe has. For example, again, Rhino has an ability called Roar, which is one of the most used abilities, most famous abilities, and also most subsumed abilities. Which here, in this case, I've put it over the ultimate ability. Now, the normal ultimate of Sevagoth would be called Exalted Shadow, which with you can embrace the shadow, become it, and then you can be this dude. This dude. This is the shadow, which has its own abilities and its own everything. You can even put its own arcanes in here and mods. But the reason why I have Roar over that ability is because this build that I currently have is a nuke build. Now, what a nuke build is it lets you clear entire rooms with, yeah, a few clicks. Which just means you gotta use like one or two abilities. In this case, you gotta use two, which is Sow and Reap. I'm not going into this much further, but you can subsume one of those abilities onto another Warframe, but keep in mind the effects are mostly diminished, meaning with Rhino, I would have more damage increase than if I would have subsumed it on other Warframes, but it's still viable since Exalted Shadow would still just be sitting here and would do nothing. Since using him would actually make me more vulnerable and would just, yeah, it just wouldn't, I wouldn't use it, it would just be there. So Roar, best pick. Now, if you want the Helminth, you gotta go into here to the
I
sun,
believed Father lacked the spine to save us from Mother's hubris.
browse
But
wares,
I see now that he believed her
and then
delusion
here
as much as Mother herself.
you see the
Indeed,
Helminth segment
what choice
blueprint.
did we have? Without void travel, our people would have been helpless before the threat.
Mm-hmm.
Her plan was our last hope.
Then there is the Helminth Invigoration segment. That is something else that just lets you put a buff on one of 3 random Warframes every week. That isn't that useful. That also isn't necessary. So having this is the most, like, one of the most important things you can get here.
Indeed. I shall
He
languish in
agrees.
weary solitude until
Now, another thing you can get here is if you've unlocked your operator, you can go into here, down this way, and here
Welcome to our haven.
you can choose browse wares,
Greetings. I am prepared to assist you.
and if
Should you
you've
be worthy.
if you
Forgive
have
me, I've always
lost
wanted to say that.
if you've lost any of these blueprints, this is where you can get them and build a Voidrig. Now it is said that soon they will make it so that you can just get a lended Necromech at a later quest, because at a later quest called the New War, you will need a Necromech, but they said they will remove that, so you can just get it. Now, if you already have a Necromech, you don't have to do this. You can also just buy it, which is one of the best bets, because making them is the absolute hell. And there are 2 Necromechs. There is Voidrig, and there is Bone Widow. If I can see her. Here. This is Bone Widow. Voidrig being more long-range based, and Bone Widow more close-range based.
Perhaps another exercise caution whenever possible.
Now, to actually level any syndicate, any type of family, of group, there is always a main person that lets you use, do bounties. This one here being Mother.
There you are. You are here
When you
to
do
assist.
bounties, never, or almost never, do isolation vaults. Do these. Oh, this one. This here being Steel Path, which you unlock after doing every node. Doing this mission is your best bet. Why? It gives you the most amount of mother tokens, which you can see up here to the right, next to the level. And these would only give you 20, 15, 10, while this gives 120. So this gives way more standing.
Very well then. Yes.
Now
Goodbye.
those are just a series of 5 missions that you will have to complete. For every one, you will get standing, well, yeah, you will get those tokens. Or you can then go to grandmother
Poor things. They become
and then
monuments, you
go
see.
to trade tokens for
Statues.
Andrade
Go
standing.
on, dear.
And when you're here, go to mother tokens, equip as many as you have. In this case, I just have oak tech tokens and powder tokens, and yeah, that will give me this much, which will then go on top of here. Now, if you are low mastery rank, you will have a low daily standing cap. If you get a higher mastery rank, this will increase and increase the number of standing you can use per day. So that's how that works. At the beginning, it will just cost 5,000 to get to rank 1 and then more and more. And my current daily standing is 27,000 at 22.
Let's have a
So
good old rummage in the medicine chest, shall we?
yeah,
Maybe later.
I'll be right here.
just try
Gathering
and
dust.
get a necromech from here and a helminth segment. Those are the most valuable things that you will definitely need. Unless that upgrade, that update comes that lets you not need a necromech. So that's it for Deimos. The next most important thing, which isn't really important, it's just something that you are probably gonna need, or what you should do. Now, if you go into Fortuna, I'm not sure I can actually start a mission without spoiling anyone. So I will not talk to anyone. I will not go out, which I'm pretty sad about because I wanted to show everyone in person. But I'm not sure I can. So, how to get standing here in the best way possible is with Ticker. Now, Fortuna is pretty annoying, but how this is gonna work. If you're gonna go out into the plains, you don't want to do bounties. Bounties, the worst thing you could do here. What you should do though is you should fish and you should mine. Now, if you have these, which you should, if you do not, then look at the Fisher in Cetus and go to the business here on Venus and get a fishing spear. You can get anyone, and a plasma drill. Then you just want to go around, fish and mine, and then you're gonna go here to this dude called Smokefinger, and you want to buy every gem blueprint, every like refined gem you can find. You want to buy all those blueprints. And then you want to take apart every fish you have at the business. Then, when you're at your ship, you can use those blueprints to build those refined gems and those fish parts, and both of those can be used for Ticker to trade for debt bonding tickets, debt bond tickets. Now what those that you do is you can then trade those in for standing also at ticker, that then just turns into standing for you. But at first you won't be able to buy any blueprints for the gems. So just what you can also do is you can just trade in raw gems, and just fish parts should already be enough so you can buy something from him. If not, you can also sell fish parts at the business.
Off-worlder, I'm
But
in the business of keeping you alive.
but the business only takes whole fish. If you take it apart, he won't take it. And he doesn't take refined gems, only raw gems. So, at first, sell fish and gems, and when you have some blueprints, buy them, build them, and then you can get a lot of standing with him. What I didn't say on Deimos is every main person, where you can also do bounties, which in this case is Yuriko, you can then also level up your standing. After you finish one block, which at the first level is 5,000, you will then gain, you will then have the choice to get to rank 2, which costs materials, but then you're at rank 2, so, and then you can buy more stuff from vendors and more things everywhere. That's the main reason you do this. And what Yuriko, what Venus has to offer is if you reach rank 5, you will unlock this.
Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's
This
get
table
started.
lets you do Profit Taker and
Right.
Exploiter,
Let's get started. Keep your boots tight.
which are these huge spiders in the Valis. Now, when you unlock this, you also gain something called a Arch Gun Deployer, which if you have looked at your Archwing, you have a weapon like this, which if you just started is either the Mausolon or the Imperator. Those are Arch Guns. You can also put these on your Necromech. And if you are at rank 5 with Venus, you can then have it here under Heavy Weapon. Now, this is either the Mausolon, the Mondonel, or the Larkspur, but you cannot have these equipped if you do not have a Gravimag installed. If you unlock this,
Sparky, right.
you do
We're all
Profit
here.
Taker,
Let's get started.
and you finish 1, 2, and 3, you will then get the Deployer and a Gravimag. As soon as you get a Gravimag, you can just install it like a Orokin Catalyst or Reactor, and then it's inside, and then you can use it as a heavy weapon. And you can get it in any mission you want. That is not really needed, but it is pretty cool. Another fun fact about Venus is here, Zud has a cool thing at other services. It does cost platinum though. You can name a primary or secondary weapon. For example, I called my... I even forgot what it's called. My Compressor Prime into a bubble gun. Or a throwable spear into the boomstick. And yes, I paid platinum for that. Oh, and this is called laser beam. That's pretty neat about Venus. Now, about Earth, about Cetus. Cetus is, in my opinion, the most useless one to level. Why that is, you don't get anything important or anything that could help you in a match, like in a round, really. You can get some good mods, some very good mods, I admit that, but there's nothing that really would change how you play. Not with the Archgun deployer, with the Necromech, or with the Helminth. But yeah, so I have personally not leveled this much. I'm at 2. But if you want to level this, I never really looked into this. I've never looked into leveling this. If you want to, though, go into the plains, mine, and fish. Then go back here and sell it at one of the stores. Now, over here, there is this guy. No? Where is he? This guy. This guy buys rocks, as you can see here. And over there, there's a woman that sells, well, that lets you sell your fish. You can also cut the fish, provide the fish. So, yeah, I don't have fish right now. So, that's how you level this. Also, soon, there's going to be an event called Dog Days. I would not recommend missing it. It's not as good as other events, but it's still pretty fun. During the event, you can go to this kid here, and you can get a currency from the Dog Days event, and buy stuff from him. Now, Warframe has multiple events that they have during like special days, like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, Halloween, and the Dog Days. Pride Month also, that was pretty recently. And yeah, that is pretty much how you level the 3 free roam syndicates. Thank you for watching this, and see you in another video. This was just 24 minutes, so it should be a quick tutorial. Shouldn't have taken that long. Thank you for watching. See you in another video. Bye.